This episode of the JustJohn podcast is brought to you by nobody. What up, homies? I'm John Medina, and this is my podcast, episode 8, coming to you pre-recorded from my living room. Today on the show, Santa for Halloween. Jumping to conclusions is bad, and you should feel bad. The internet ruined Hugh's dream. FanKings and DraftDuel, story time, and an app review. I'm recording this episode on a Friday night instead of a Saturday morning, which is a little different for me, but regardless, it's the 16th of October. We're halfway through October, we haven't even hit Halloween yet, and the stores already have their Christmas decorations up to sell. I mean, I understand that you want to get a jump on the holidays sometimes in terms of shopping and things, but isn't that what Black Friday's for? Sure, you should probably have your decorations up, but at least wait till after Halloween. I mean, there's a whole nother holiday in between, and everybody just kind of skips over Thanksgiving. What? Just because you don't get a present doesn't mean it's not important? Thanksgiving is just as important as Halloween and Christmas. It almost feels like the stores are trying to rush the year along. Like they're trying to push everything out faster and faster, and there's no time to just sit down, chill out, and, just hang around. Like everything's constantly changing. And, as soon as they start getting rid of the Halloween stuff, guess what's going to be next? They're going to start putting out Valentine's Day stuff. Even before Christmas is over, it's going to be out. And then you're going to start seeing Easter stuff up. And it's just an endless cycle. It's like one holiday's over, and then they start putting out the stuff for the holiday that's not here for 2 more holidays. I could understand ordering it on the store's point of view, okay? So they want to make sure that they can get all of the stuff they need. And the companies that sell it usually sell that stuff within a 3-month span, the 3 months before Christmas. So their inventory is stocked up, right? And so all these stores want to order it early enough in advance that the company that they're ordering it from doesn't run out of the stock of it, but they don't need to go put it on the shelves. I mean, is anybody really even buying it yet? I don't know. I'm not. I haven't even bought candy to pass out to trick-or-treaters yet. I'll probably buy it on the 30th, maybe the 29th. On a lot of the episodes, I've talked about pet peeves that, on social media and different things that kind of irritate me. And I found another one, of course. I'll always find more, but I like being able to come here and talk with you guys about it. And one of the things that really, really bugs me that I've just started kind of thinking about with recent events is when journalists jump to conclusions. A journalist is supposed to find the truth, no matter what. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's good for some people, bad for others, it doesn't matter. A self-respecting journalist wants to find the truth. And the thing that gets me, really grinds my gears about that, is when they don't care about the truth. They just post something. They jump to conclusions. They hear that something bad has happened, and they automatically assume a death toll, or that someone died in general, or this or that. They don't actually spend the time to find out, and then they post it, and people believe it. And that's just toying with people's emotions. And what's even worse is when a reputable site does it. When youngconservatives.org does it, I don't think anything about it because whatever, half the stuff that site posts is pointless anyway. But when a site that's reputable or even semi-reputable does it, I start to think about it. And the worst part about it is you click on it and then it says it's a broken link sometimes. Or it'll take you to something and it'll just be, oh, he says, she said, or this person reported, or reportedly, even though they have no sources. I just don't understand why you do that. Why don't you just say, hey, this happened. This is what we know about what happened. We don't know anything past that. Come back for updates. There you go. I mean, they are more worried about the clicks to their website than they are about the actual information that they're giving out to people. And I understand that a lot of these sites that are internet only, which they're talking about paper media, is a completely different subject that we may talk about at some point. But the biggest way that they make money is through these clicks, ad revenue, and you go to your site, you see an ad on the side, and blah blah blah. That's how they make their money. I understand that, but that doesn't mean you should be worried about only the clicks. Why don't you write a story that makes people want to click on it, not a headline that makes people want to click on it? Because then they just get upset, and then they start to consider your website as a bunch of junk, and then they'll never go back. So write a good story. People will come. Don't jump to conclusions. And if you do jump to conclusions, you should feel bad about it, because the situation at hand would be like saying, oh, this person has passed away, when that person has not passed away. What if a family member or somebody that knew the person personally, or even was just a fan, saw that as the first thing and then automatically thought that person passed away? That's not something that you want to do. That's like screaming fire in a crowded movie theater. It's just not right. So I don't think I even had a segue between those last two things, but whatever, might as well get used to it. I'm horrible at it, and maybe sometimes I'll just talk about how bad I am at segues just to go ahead and segue into stuff like I am right now. But actually this next thing kind of folds into what I was talking about with printed media, because Playboy, the magazine, yeah, I know you know what it is, don't act like you don't. They announced that they are going to stop featuring nude women in their magazine. They haven't really featured nude women on their website for quite a while, and so they're just making that transition on the magazine either. They're going to focus more on their articles, which supposedly have always been good. I don't know. I never really read an article in one, so I'm not sure. They said they're still going to have pictures of women. They're just going to be more PG-13, so I'm thinking maybe like Maxim style, or, whatever other magazines are out there these days. And they're doing that so that they can broaden their audience, because, the internet killed them on two fronts. I mean, the internet really just came at Playboy from two angles. One, you can pretty much see anything you want on the internet. So, a magazine that has naked women in it used to be a rarity. Like, you couldn't find that anywhere else, so you had to buy this magazine. But now you can just find that with a quick Google search. So that kind of made it a lackluster magazine, because automatically right there, why would I pay money for something I can go see for free legally on the internet? The other end of it is printed media. I mean, most people don't even buy magazines anymore. The only time I ever look at magazines are if I get a free one in the mail, and usually I just look at it for 1 second, throw it away, or take it to the recycling or whatever. Or when I'm standing in line at the grocery store, my phone's dead, or I don't have much data left for my billing cycle or whatever, maybe I'll look at some of the headlines in the magazines in the aisle. That's the only time people ever look at magazines, really. And sure, you can get a digital magazine, but I mean, I don't think that most people get a digital version of Playboy. My only concern for the new version of Playboy is that they're going to have trouble getting the stigma of being a nudie magazine off. So, like, how long is it going to take for somebody to be comfortable enough to have a Playboy magazine at a doctor's office or on an airplane? It's going to take them quite a while, and you're almost going to lose that nostalgia factor, But I bet their plan is to have the magazines at the front of the store instead of hidden somewhere in the back with that weird like black plastic stuff over them. They'll be able to have their magazine with this iconic name that everybody does know and has heard of, Playboy, big print on the front of the magazine, in the front of the store, in the aisle. And maybe the opposite will happen. Maybe since, okay, so there's no more nudes in it, so now I can buy it at the grocery store and not feel like a weirdo. And you'll just buy it because you can, and just to maybe see what it's like. I don't know. I don't really read magazines anyway, so whatever. So the internet changes things constantly, right? We know this. It's something new is being created every day that's using technology or the internet or whatever. And something that's kind of recent is this whole like online, like week by week or even game by game fantasy leagues like FanDuel and DraftKings. And hold on, let me take a quick sidestep on this story. If I see any more FanDuel ads on, like, as I'm scrolling through Facebook or Twitter or any game that has ads or anything that has ads, I am just gonna lose it. I don't want to play it. I understand that some people do, and that's fine, but isn't this whole Web 2.0 thing supposed to be that the ads are tailored more towards stuff that I'm interested in? How long is it going to take them to realize that no matter how many times they show me a FanDuel ad, I am not going to play it? Anyways, okay, so back to the actual story. The FBI is actually investigating FanDuel and DraftKings to look at the legality of their business model. So technically, with the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act of 2006, it's illegal to gamble online. And the FBI is trying to actually investigate and see if it could be considered gambling, because by definition, you're paying money to play against computers or other players or whatever, and you can win money from it, but you can also lose the money that you started with. Because let's be realistic, they're not able to give away millions of dollars and stay in business because everybody's winning millions of dollars. That's just not how it works. It's the same thing with casinos. If everybody wanted a casino and if they gave away more money than people put in, they wouldn't still be in business. The question is it illegal? Those companies are trying to say that it's not because they don't qualify for that law because there is some skill required in the game. But by that definition, there's skill required in blackjack too. While some of it is to chance, you're playing the odds. You're not usually playing the dealer. You're saying, okay, I think I can beat these odds if I do this. And with the whole system, you are too, because I mean, really, it's all just an infinity engine really running everything. They've got an algorithm. It's all math, and that's all there is to it. And another point to that would be the fact that like FanDuel employees and DraftKings employees have won quite a bit of money playing the competitor's game because they understand how the algorithms work and like what players are most likely to win and stuff like that. Now, since those things have happened, both companies have made policies where their employees are not allowed to play the game of their own or competitors to kind of get that out in the open, because they don't want people to think that they're trying to rig the system, and it already looks bad enough that they're being investigated by the FBI and they don't need any other stuff to get in the way. Okay, so I almost didn't talk about this, but I might as well. Story time for you guys. I'm in the shower. Okay, yeah, I know that's a horrible way to start a story, right? But I'm putting my body wash. Yeah, I'm squeezing it out of the bottle, and I go to shut the bottle, and the worst thing happened. I mean, the absolute worst thing that could have happened. The body wash that was, I guess, in the hole where the lid goes, flew out and hit me in the eye. I'm almost 24 years old, and I'm still getting soap in my eye. Like maybe they should make adult body wash that's tear free, the no tears. You know, like when you're a little kid and you get those bottles that like came in like fish shape and stuff, or you got them in you could like rub it in your eyes and it didn't matter. Maybe I should do something like that. $1 million business idea right there. Let's do it. Let's create an adult no tears body wash, shampoo, whatever combo, conditioner, all that stuff, all in one. You just need one bottle. You can get it all up in your eyes, and it doesn't matter. The app that I'm reviewing today is another game, of course. I spend most of my time on my phone, either on social media or playing games. So most of the apps that I review are going to be either related to social media or to a game of some kind, most likely. And remember, if you have any apps that you like, that you think I would like, tweet them to me or email me or whatever. Comment on Facebook. I don't care. Let me know about it and I'll play with it and play around with the app. And if I like it and I feature it on the show, I'll give you a special shout out for sure. So anyways, the game that I want to talk about is The Walking Dead Road to Survival. It's pretty cool. You can like get different characters. You can get characters that are actually from the TV show or the graphic novel, depending on whichever you're a fan of, blah, blah, blah. And you can collect resources, so you get food and wood, so you can like build different buildings in your town and like homes and house more people, and then you can train more people and you can have more people in your team. You can upgrade your characters and make them stronger, and you can get loot like weapons and different stuff that helps you upgrade your characters and different things like that. So it's a really cool game. Take a look at it, and if you like it, let me know. All right, with that being said, it is time for me to get out of here. So if you enjoyed the show, please show me some love by liking, thumbs up, subscribe, share, rate, review, retweet, or whatever it is that's used to symbolize the love of the show on the platform you're using to view it. You can follow me on Twitter at JohnnyM_Revo. You can find the show at JustJohnPodcast.wordpress.com. You can listen to the show on SoundCloud.com/JustJohn-podcast, YouTube.com/JFMedina2010. You can search for it on iTunes and Stitcher. You can email me with questions, comments, concerns at JustJohnPodcast@gmail.com. And remember, without you, I'm just some dude talking to himself on the internet. Until next time, peace out, fam.